Hello everybody, wish you a very good evening today. You have gathered here on a big number on a Sunday evening, so I'm very happy. I hope we all keep you awake, you're not post-meal and you don't feel sleepy with our talk. So first of all, I'd like to tell you all the importance. I was a member of the I Am Awesome 3 when first I went through Rashmi's various nutrition programs. I had just run through one or two of the nutrition programs, and then when I went through those programs, I realized it is very scientific based. It is not basically only about crash dieting, or it is not just about losing weight. See, weight is ultimately, it is just a number. So you can still be, what we say is fat and fit. That is, maybe you can be 80 kgs but extremely physically fit. You can be just 40, 50 or 60 kg but you can be very, very unfit also. So weight is not all about numbers. It is basically, scientifically if you look at it, it is about your body mass index, or it is about the level of fat you have in your body versus the level of muscle you have in your body. So what happens most of the times, generally women, they tend to put on weight, as we all know, as you tend to age. So what happens basically, if you are normally about 10 or 15 kg plus after our delivery, and most of them, unless we do something about it, will remain there. Okay? But if we start doing something about it, we will definitely, even if not, we regain our pre-pregnancy weight, because that is really very difficult, and that most of the times is not our motivation. See, because we are not into film industry, or we don't have to wear a bikini and go anywhere, so it doesn't matter most of the times. But your health definitely matters. What happens after the age of say 30 or 35, our basal metabolic rate, what we call as BMR, that starts dropping down. So that is why sometimes we get women saying after the age of 35 ki मी काहीच खात नाही, मी खूप कमी खाते, मी actually exercise पण करते, पण तरी माझं वजन वाढतच चाललंय. So this is a very, very common complaint which we have. That is because what happens, your metabolism decreases. So even if you have a certain amount of food, or even if you are eating the same, so if you are eating say maybe 2 chapatis and a katori of rice for the last 10 years, in 20s you will not put on, in maybe 30s also you will not put on, but with the same amount of input you will start putting out after the age of 35 also. Similarly, this becomes worse after 40, and mind you, as now I am approaching 50, next year I'll be 50, so as you are approaching 50, it still gets worse. Okay, so what you can do, basically you have to know what is right and what is wrong. Everybody's body is different, so you can't say ki माझ्या मैत्रिणीने हे diet, दीक्षितांचा diet follow केलं आणि तिने 10 दिवसात 25 किलो कमी झाले. When we have our patients, I always tell them, the faster you lose weight, there is more chance you will regain all of it. Okay, so scientifically, if now I also have 2-3 dietitians in my clinic. They all say they don't allow more than 2 to 3 kg a month. That is enough, because your body needs to maintain that. See, वजन नुसतं कमी करून काही उपयोग नाहीये ना, ते maintain झालं पाहिजे. Now, normally what we have seen tons of patients taking Herbalife or those keto diet. What happens with keto diet, I have seen patients or women reducing 18-20 kg, but they then lose all their hair also. They their skin starts sagging. So after they finish the diet, they are maybe 10-15 kg less, but they look 10 years older. So then what is the point? म्हणजे नुसतं वजन कमी करून म्हातारा तर दिसायचं नाहीये कोणाला. सी सो म्हणून आपण बरेच वेळा आपण नायिका किंवा ॲक्ट्रेसेस वगैरे बघतो, वी सी दॅट आफ्टर अ सर्टन डाएट or after a certain program, they have suddenly started, they look very old. That is because the skin loses its elasticity and all. So basically you should always remember that if you want to maintain a very healthy lifestyle, you should follow a proper diet with proper exercise. This is absolutely essential. If you just lose weight because of the diet, it is not going to help. Especially in women over 30, because when you tend to diet, you lose out on muscle mass, which is very, very important for your health. So what happens, if you want to regain all your muscle mass, you have to exercise. And walking is most of the times not enough, because walking you will not regain. You will regain your muscle mass, but only on your calf. Upper body, we are not doing much work while walking. So best is when I tell women, they say ki we can't go to the gym or all, because see, once you start going to the gym, you have to continue. it is very difficult because if you stop the gym, then you again tend to regain. So what you can do, I tell my patients, तुम्हाला फिरायला जायचं आहे ना, 2 बिस्लरीच्या भरलेल्या बाटल्या हातात घेऊन जा आणि टेकडीवर जा, नंतर झाडांना पाणी घालून टाका आणि येताना या. So what happens, your upper body is also working out. And in Rashmi's program, I have seen she is giving a lot of, that is why I enrolled for the I Am Awesome 3 program. I always wanted to enroll more, but because of my age, I am out. She said, no, Nath, you are too old to join my programs now. So by default, मला तिने बाहेर काढून टाकले आता. So in that program, I have seen that she has given a very balanced combination of diet and exercise with weight-bearing exercises also. So weight-bearing exercises, especially when you do yoga or against resistance. So one of those good exercises are swimming is one of the very good exercise because you are doing against resistance of water. So that is you can do Surya Namaskar, they are also very good. So this is about exercise, and this is about how scientifically it should be done. What happens most of the time, sometimes we can gain weight also after starting exercise. You lose in inches. This happened with me and I was so shocked initially. I messaged her, अगो तू वजन तर माझं वाढलंय आणि मग इंच लॉस तर झालंय. That is because you start gaining on muscle, and muscle is heavier than fat. See, एका तराजूमध्ये एक गोळा फॅट आणि एखादं मसल असं जर ठेवलं तर मसल हॅज मोर वेट. सो वेन यू स्टार्ट एक्सरसाइजिंग, यू स्टार्ट पुटिंग ऑन मोर मसल, विच इज गुड फॉर युअर हेल्थ. So even if you are putting on weight, it is good because it is all muscular weight and you are losing all fat. So after a certain means, when you are actually practically very fit, you have a very high BMR and you have very less fats in your body, you stop losing weight because there is nothing to lose now. With exercise, you have lost all your fat, so there is not much of fat, and so you don't lose weight, but you still continue with your exercise and you still keep on gaining health. This is especially important, especially in women above 40 or even above 50 or after menopause. If you start exercising, especially with weight-bearing exercises, it increases your bone health also. So these weight-bearing exercises help calcium to go inside the bones. And so your bones will become stronger. I always say in my talk, when I talk about menopause, see today, most of us, unless there is some calamity or some unfortunate incidents, most of us will live till 80, 85. If we are going to have our menopause at 45 or 50, 1/3 of our life will be in post-menopausal age. And mind you, we don't have our children with us to take care of them. Even if they are with us, you should mentally prepare yourself. They are not going to look at you, so you have to look after yourself. Okay, पूर्वीचं ठीक होतं म्हणजे we were there, but आपले मुलं नसणार आहेत आपल्याबरोबर. So what you can do, you start taking care of your health right now. So if you have good health, good bone health now, 70ला बाथरूममध्ये घसरून पडून फ्रॅक्चर होणार नाही, त्याची काळजी आत्तापासून घ्यायची. So what you can do, that is you start taking calcium and along with that regular exercise. That is very important. One more thing I will like to add is exercise is directly related to weight is directly related to the amount of bleeding you have during your periods. So if you have lighter periods and if you are on the heavy side, just lose about 2 to 3 kgs and you will start getting a normal period. Okay, it is so simple because what happens, estrogen, which is the female hormone, is deposited in fatty tissue. So if you have excess fat, you have excess estrogen in your body, so you will bleed less. The moment you start losing weight or losing fats, this estrogen is released into the body. It is released into the circulation, and so your periods will become normal. Even this is also true for fertility. Most of the times women come to me saying they have scanty periods or irregular periods and they're trying to conceive for about say 1 or 2 years. I just tell them, उद्यापासून बूट घालायचे सकाळी 5:30ला, टॉर्च घेऊन चालायला द्यायचं. Come after 1 hour and see me after 2 months or maybe 3 months. And mind you, 40-50% of them will get pregnant on their own without doing anything. That is because they have lost about 2 kgs. And always remember, when you start any diet or anything, now you have so many options to choose from. Losing the first 2 or 3 kgs is no big deal. You lose immediately because you follow anything. Because see, basically you are losing because you were not eating right. A person who is eating right will not lose weight because she or he is already eating right and exercising. है ना? So that means 2-3 किलो कमी झालं म्हणजे आपलं आधीचं सगळं गणित चुकलं होतं. The problem is you have to keep on losing or you have to maintain that. That is where she comes into play. ओके. वाय आय एम टेलिंग यू दिस, आपण ऑनलाईन प्रोग्राम्स खूप बघतो, टी व्हीवर असतं, रेडिओवर असतं, सारखं सगळीकडे चालू असतं. आपण काहीतरी फॉलो करतो, हा एकदम 2 किलो कमी होतो, यू आर सो हॅपी, आज पावभाजी खायला जाऊ, आज आता चॉकलेट खाऊ. सो आय ऑलवेज टेल 1 किलो कमी झालं ना, ट्रीट युअर सेल्फ. काल मी पर्वती गेले ना, आज मी सिंहगडला जाणार. सो कीप युअर मार्क हाय and gift yourself or reward yourself, give yourself brownie points with this. आणि तिच्या ह्याच्यामध्ये ते चीट मील्स वगैरे पण खूप छान होतं. ते चीट मील्स आधी आधी खूप बरं वाटतं, नंतर ॲक्च्युली आपल्याला त्याची पण सवय नाही लागत. म्हणजे असं वाटतं की अरे आज पहिल्या ह्याला असं वाटतं अरे आज चीट मील आहे, हे खाऊ का ते खाऊ ते खाऊ, आणि नंतर बिकॉज युअर बॉडी गेट्स यूज टू इट. वन मोर थिंग आय लाईक टू ॲड इज द अमाऊंट ऑफ सॉल्ट अँड शुगर इज व्हेरी ॲडिक्टिव्ह. द मोर सॉल्टी आयटम्स यू हॅव, the more your body craves for salt. हे तुम्ही करून बघा, because this I have seen. I personally like very salty food and this has happened with me. आणि मग आपल्याला ते असं वाटतं की हां ठीक आहे, आता वजन तर नॉर्मल आहे, बाकी काही नाही, मग कशाला आपण मीठ कमी करायचं, बट इट इज ॲडिक्टिंग. सो द मोर सॉल्ट यू टेक, काही आपण लोक बघतो बघा, त्यांना खारट खायला आवडतं आणि आपल्याला जर खारट लागत असेल तर त्यांना लागत नसतं ते, because their body is used to it and their body craves for more salt, and to digest that salt the body retains that much water, so automatically you start gaining weight also. म्हणून आपण आधी सांगतो वेट कमी करायच्या ह्याच्यामध्ये आय नॉर्मली टेल की 5 व्हाईट सबस्टन्सेस तुम्ही कमी करा. त्याच्यामध्ये राईस, सॉल्ट, शुगर, मैदा आणि लोणी आणि ऑल घी अँड ऑल. So these 5 items if you cut down. Similar thing is with salt. People who are used to having very sweet, they can still keep on having sweet dishes. People who don't like sweet normally don't like. So this you start trying out from today itself, की मीठ आणि साखर जरी तुम्ही नुसतं कमी केलं तर you can lose up to 2 kg in 1 week also, if you just cut down on these 2 things, because these cause a lot of water retention and sugar is high in calories. Okay, so I think this is enough. I will give some time for the rest of the speakers. Thank you.